Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome to another Wednesday stream, our Starfleet Command stream, as we will be once again continuing our ISC campaign. So let me just get this all nice and set up and I will switch over to the active scene. So not much to say today. How are you all doing? I'm doing quite well. The weather has been reasonable around where I live. It was supposed to absolutely pour all weekend and it did not, so that left for a fairly fun period of time. But other than that, I'm doing quite nicely. We are apparently in 2 heavy battle cruisers. What are we actually in? Oh yeah, two CCYs. Hi Raider, welcome to the stream. We're about to get started in here as I just do a quick check to make sure that we're fully equipped with all the things. Oh wait, no, we're completely out of cash, aren't we? Is this where we left the last time? I get the feeling this wasn't, but apparently it is. So let's set out in space and immediately get underway. Maybe shouldn't have immediately assaulted. We could absolutely start with an anomaly mission. Hello, Laurendell. Welcome to the stream. We're just about to get started on the worst possible mission to begin the day with. So, yeah, let's get ourselves fully kitted out and ready to roll. I can't really afford to prepare any damage at this point, so that's a bit of a concern on this given mission, especially because all of our weapon systems require power to keep it charged. So, yeah, this could be rough. The alternative is, though, had we not taken the mission, is the price for forfeiting is the loss of your most powerful ship and a certain amount of prestige. Or maybe it's just a ship. Yes, I think it's just a ship, actually. So now that we actually have a second ship to travel with us, we can't really afford to do that kind of thing anymore. So we're kind of stuck with that. But having a second ship along in an ISC campaign makes perfect sense. Hi, Raider, welcome to the stream. What about the Highlander? I already said welcome to the stream, but hi, what about... Oh, God. Why would you do this to me? Okay, so we got problems. We got lots and lots and lots of problems, and so we got a Condor and a Nova Hawk. Oh boy, what a way to start the day. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna actually have to figure out a way to actually kill this thing, because I'm not quite positive. Yeah, but so, what about the spoiler mech? Has something happened that I was not aware of? Were we supposed to take his head off, or... Not really sure. You're leaving me hanging here, man. Leaving me hanging. Let's prepare our electronic countermeasure. Ooh, do we even need it? Maybe a bit. This is going to be a terrible... Oh, okay, so the option is to run. Well, run at high speed and continually use pinprick attacks with our PPDs. That may be the way to go, but still, you scare me. You've got, I believe, an R and an S, or 2 S's and 2 F's. Although that's the Rock. So maybe not quite that much, and we've lost all power. We're in trouble. Hi, Lytics. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. Got to the video where you had that Blackjack and the Highlander left? Wait, what? Oh, for the episode that went up today? Hey, we have a bit of a problem. By a bit of a problem, I mean we have a massive problem at the moment. So, okay, so we got a Condor and a Nova Hawk. The Nova Hawk is packing a pair of S's and a pair of F's. How long until this is ready? It's ready now. Okay, good. So you've fired your weapons from basically maximum effective range. That should be ready. Okay, good. You focused all of your firepower on single target, and luckily the AI has no problems with you dumping off on his defenses. Although, come on. Okay, good. So they've wasted all their initial salvo, but then again, so have I, because I forgot to turn this off. Things are getting off to a wonderful start for this particular mission. So what about the Highlander then? Has something weird gone about it? So as soon as we get power back... Okay, we have power back, so we can start getting things fixed up, because that always damages so very many things. I'm really actually tempted to kind of shoot the Nova Hawk. He'll be less defended. He is cloaking, though, so he is now coming out of his problem. So we're going to get within a range of 15, because that's effective range for our PPDs, and start opening fire with them immediately. We've got them locked into just 2 shields, which means we're doing the most amount of damage we possibly could. The one problem we are going to have to work with, though, is that his plasma torpedo, or that he will cloak. Yep, that's what I was planning. His plasma torpedoes have been expended, and so he has no reason not to cloak as soon as he can. So we managed to hit him kind of alrightly. I do need to be preparing. Okay, good. I want several of these. This mission may very much require it. Otherwise we might get utterly swarmed with plasma fire. Maybe not shoot at a guy who can't see. Whatever. Oh, great, our power's on again. I was like, why am I slowing down? I don't think I ordered going slow. But no, we did, and so our plasma torpedoes are once again uncharging. We are holding them in the bays, and we can't seem to use them. On the bright side, maybe that'll prevent them from being able to get their plasma torpedoes going again for the whole fight, because they'll constantly be shutting off. Also, you had just about finished the mission and it crashed and sent a much heavier force against you in the next mission. Oh, yeah, it did. The first run of that mission was going so well. I was both happy and kind of irritated by it because it's like, this is such a high-level mission, and yet you've sent nothing after me. Although I was looking forward to being able to take out that Rack Jaegermech, because that is the same Jaegermech that ripped away my claws from a previous several episodes long ago. So, unfortunately, the anomaly mission just means I have to sit here and just kind of wait for it. You know what? Get out of formation. Just go. I can't afford to have you just sitting there doing nothing. Engines are back online. So we've got that going. I'd like a tractor beam, if you don't mind, because I need to grab onto somebody and hit them with something. Possibly I should swap over to enveloping plasma torpedoes, but... Ooh, I have an angle on you. Are we going to exchange fire here with plasma torpedoes? We may, so let's get ready to drop this. All open select. Hi. Okay, so we did quite a decent amount of damage. Marines, hi, how many has he got? He's got a 14. Okay, I want you to bomb nothing. Actually, there's nothing on board that I really care about being in tech. They are really focusing on my buddy, who I just bought, and we haven't paid off all the payments on him. I was going to try and make a car joke, but it really rang very hollow because I do not want this ship to die, and he's kind of dying. Unfortunately, our engines are offline again, so here we sit. It's really hard to, like, come up with a really cool strategy to do something when every other turn suddenly, hey, all weapons off. So that's a lot of fun. So how are you guys doing? My week was going great, and then we ran into this mission. So... And do I have power? I have power again! Yay! And he doesn't, so that'll make him vulnerable. So we'll shoot into his back for several rounds and just weaken him. How many Marines you got? You got 20, so that's not happening. Okay, blow this up, and this up. Just as soon as you can, send over the Marine boarding parties, if you please. Because I'd like to be able to keep him from... Oh, he's trying to go back in the cloak. Let's see if we can't stop him from doing that. Well, we've already caused a little bit of damage to him. Is this the part of the stream where everyone decides just to power off their ships? Yes, this is the anomaly mission. So we just have to sit here and be kind of bored. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We've got to sit on top of him and just fire phasers. Oh, he's coming out of the cloak. Nice. And my phasers are about to come online at full power. And we killed an SDI plasma torpedo he had ready. So immediately he dropped back in the cloak. So we've got that going for us. The thing, of course, is that Nova Hawk behind us. Or is it Neo Hawk? I think it's Nova Hawk. The Nova Hawk behind us is just going to be able to do whatever he wants to do for a little while. Oh, he's back online. He doesn't have any weapons ready, so we can basically ignore him for now. So there's a part of the fight we don't have to worry about. Although I'm not willing to let this guy get enough distance for me to actually start using the PPD, because the range of our phasers is very, very short at the moment. Although he's coming out of the cloak again, so we can hit him again with a full volley. Are our Marines not ready to go, or are they just not charged? Because it shouldn't be a charging problem. Although, do we just not... Oh, because I don't have any queued up blasts, do I? Or, you know, they blew up every single one of them. So, yeah, we have no queued up. That's wonderful. Plasma torpedoes, if you don't mind. I think the plasma torpedo... Wait, do I still... Wait, huh? Oh, never mind. I thought for a second I had fired my plasma torpedoes, but it was not so. We have no more power. And that's why this suddenly went away. I thought I had shot myself. So now we sit and we wait. We lean back and we relax. Dinner's almost done. Lucky for you. I hate doing this. I hate it when this happens so much. This is the worst possible mission. I couldn't not take it, though, for once. That's the other downside of actually having a large fleet. You can lose your ship if you pick a forfeit mission, so we would have lost one of these two ships, and that would not have been fun, because we just spent a lot of cash on these ships. Oh, you're in perfect... Well, not quite perfect range for my PPDs. It looks like you've just deactivated, and that's why you've suddenly stopped doing things. Can I have engines back yet, please? Game, please? Reward? Just finished mine. Hey, this reminds me of last week's 50-minute match. I think it... Was it only 50 minutes? I thought it was longer. It felt longer. God, that was a hell of a mission. It's like, we can take this planet. I'm sure of it. And then... I think we did actually pull off taking the planet, didn't we? I'm fairly positive we did. We almost gave up, and then we didn't. Or maybe I've blocked that from my memory, so I'm no longer allowed to, like, remember things such as that. Alright, so you have gotten your systems back online, which allows you to do stuff. I will queue up my Marines to bomb your R-type plasma torpedo, because I don't want to have to deal with that when you finally turn it back on. We did take it? Oh, lovely. So we're just gonna sit here and sort of drift around in circles And wait for him to decloak. Oh, this mission is just extra painful with Romulans. Because they won't decloak until they've got their systems back online, until they've got their plasma torpedoes back online, and it takes forever for them to do it. Yes, we did. I know that we talked about a lot of things like Star Trek trivia, but speaking of, apparently my brother has run, the one who got me the Starfleet battles, has also managed to find a TNG sort of combination exploration / trivia game, which looks to be really cool, and I really want to play it, but there's not enough like super Star Trek nerds in my family. I mean, there's a couple of us, but not enough to get the full game going because it recommends playing with at least 3 people, 2 Starfleet captains, and a person playing as Starfleet Command. Are you dead yet? No? No? Okay, I've killed your R-type plasma torpedo again, so we've got that going for us. Now we just line up here and fire into his back again. Can I send over Marines and just steal this thing yet? 7, we're getting close. Most of the time I prefer just to have a single ship. Yeah, the single ship is easier, more reliable. Did you fire at me or my buddy? It's not really clear. Well, it'll become clear very soon, and I can just dump my wild weasels at any moment. Yeah, that's not aimed at me. Okay, I think this might kill him. Hey, he's dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. And now we get to focus on him with a whole bunch of PBD fire, as is supposed to be the way this is done. So I want to fire a plasma torpedo, but he will immediately attempt to block it. Oh, never mind. He's just lost his... He just lost his shuttle bay. We're gonna kill him now. And our engines are offline. Luckily, we finally got the plasma torpedoes away before that actually happened. So he's about to have a nice little gift here. Surprise! Oh, it destroyed him. Lovely. So that works out. Yeah, having a single ship allows you to avoid this mission entirely, because you can hit the forfeit button and not be penalized anything. But we couldn't do that because, unfortunately, we had our little buddy over here. I'm going to have to go back now and get this ship repaired because he took way too much damage. At least we made 712 prestige in this fight. So there is that going for us. Hi, we're back. I know, it wasn't a very long trip. I'm not going to bother getting him. Well, actually, no. We're in this sector space. The shuttles are a must-have. How much repair parts? Give him a couple more. I mean, I can't... Well, I actually could afford to just give him everything we want. Hey, we've been promoted to Commodore, I believe. Ah, nice. Give him 8 mines, may as well. Maybe we'll actually be able to bomb somebody. Although odds are it'll be us that he bombs. So 2 shuttles for us. And we'll do we need to? No, we don't. Because we're not making our super long range trip anymore. Or at the moment. Pop back over here. Say hi. Shipyard assault or scout? I'll take the scout. We can probably kill whatever they're going to throw at us. So I'm not super worried about that happening. So ready that. Oh, by the way, Raider, you've just reminded me. If anybody currently watching right now is a fan of Rogue Tech on the channel, we're currently having a little bit of a poll over on our Discord as to whether or not we want to continue playing Rogue Tech when the new expansion pack comes out next week, or if we want to start playing on that DLC. And so we've got a poll over up on the Discord and also being done in the comments. So if any of you would like to have input on that, leave a comment either on one of my Rogue Tech videos, one of my any videos really, or you can join the Discord, and I will go throw the Discord link up here. And you can join. We also talk about other things besides Rogue Tech, although we do have a bit of a Battletech game going on for the community as a group. Although Sprogue has asked that I stop advertising that. Alright, so let's go check out to see who it is we're actually here to scout and kill. He's an SKE. I'm not too worried. We're probably talking about 2 plasma torpedoes, yeah, 2 plasma Fs, and I'll call it 5 phaser 1s. No, 3? SKE? Yeah, 5 phaser 1s. 1, 2... No, I was wrong. Oh, no. 4 phaser 1s and 4 phaser 3s and a pair of plasma Ds. Wow, you are way more powerful than I gave you credit for. He's also got a pair of plasma torpedo Ds, which is pretty significant, actually. I did not prep doing that, so that was a bit of a mistake, but we should be fine. They won't have anything prepared for us. Odds are they'll just shoot our buddy again, although, you know, taking long-range shots from a distance of 30 is a pretty ambitious thing to try. Thought you said weapon... Say you were going to wait until Rogue Tech was converted to Orbital Warfare. Are they going to... they're not going to upgrade it the same day, but the thing I had said in the video was I wasn't sure which I wanted to do, and that I was going to take a community poll to see what they wanted. Oh, we got him with every single one of those. Enjoy that, friend. And I'm just gonna... that worked out way better than I thought it would. So, yeah, he's in trouble now. The Lunas Duo has just basically killed himself. Would you mind getting involved in the battle here? I mean, like, I get the feeling that you have heavy weapons that you could provide. Oh, actually, no. That was my mistake. Sorry. I screwed up. That was all me. But luckily for me... Oh, you think you're gonna pull off some slick stuff, huh? Watch this. I have way more firepower than you do. Yep. That's what we can do, and you can't. But yeah, so... Rogue Tech's probably not going to be updated for like a month, probably. So... do we play Urban Warfare, or do we continue to play Rogue Tech? So we're having a poll going on right now about sort of what direction we kind of want to move in that. I could do either. I'm not really fussed to play either, to be completely honest. Like, I do have a little bit of a preference, but I'm not going to say it just to avoid tainting the toll. Oh, we forgot to actually do anything. Well, he was going to do the same thing to me as soon as plasma torpedoes were ready. So, hey, convoy raids. At least I think it was a convoy raid. I'm almost not even paying attention to what I'm clicking, and that's probably a mistake. We'll probably die if we keep doing that, especially in this area of space where one mistake will just mean your plasma fiery death is about to occur to you. So we'll get ourselves up to speed, increase the speed of time, and rock and roll. We have a long way to go before we can actually get into the middle of enemy territory. Because I believe the selected opponent was the Lyrans. And they are one hell of a trip away. It's probably not going to happen even until we're in X ships, which means it's going to be an entire campaign reliant on X vessels, which is a little bit awkward. Let's make sure that we're actually prepared. Do I not see an escort, or is it going to be Q ships? I get the feeling it's going to be Q ships. Maybe not. No, not looking at it. Okay. We're just about in range, so use the PPDs. Yeah, you're mostly dead. I'll probably kill you with the phasers on the SPAS here. Hey, look at that. Come over on you. I will prep the tractor beams, and we'll grab onto you. So an entirely undefended convoy. I'm not quite sure who had the idea for this one. Somehow the AI is legit trash comparison. Yeah, to a certain extent. Okay, we grabbed him. Oh, that was legit trash strategy from me right there. Fired 2 of my plasma torpedoes for no reason at all. At this point, I'm going to just free him up to go kill whoever he wants to kill. He doesn't have to actually escort me on this one. Vote for a challenge because Punisher got the raw deal. I want to see him back in the campaign. Well, that is an option. So, yeah, you're right, you're a part of the Discord, so there should be a thread post up in the announcement area that has the options for that if you haven't put it in there already. Hi, so we've killed the most dangerous one of him, so now it's just down to the rest of them. The Solvo 8. Yeah, I have no phasers. Well, I have only a few phasers. Most of them shoot forward, not backwards. Which is a bit of a detriment if you're way faster than they are. You can probably slow down even more, though, actually. There we go. CCY has our back. What is your name? The Acceptor. You actually got to remember that. So increase speed. How did Punisher... Oh, yeah, the Long Tom. And are we going to be able to get in range in time, or is the Acceptor going to steal our glory? No, we got into range. Didn't quite kill him the way I wanted to. The Acceptor did, though. Got to kill him using his PPD. That's the greatest way to kill anybody in this game. Yeah, that really is. I was trying to think of another weapon that might be a better way of killing somebody. I mean, the Cascade Overload is a fun thing to do with missiles, but... Nah, PPDs are where it's at. Neutralize another tile as we poke out in the middle of enemy space. Maybe we should just leapfrog between specific locations. Empire Defense of 40. Oh, that'll take a while to take if we want to do that. Let's do the suppressor first. Or we could leave a breadcrumb trail of star bases, which would cost a ton of prestige and probably take just as long as waiting for the X-Era style ships. Alright, so a surprise reversed. Although it appears that we're diving on top of our slated for enemy of this campaign. We've got Lyran vessels out there. We don't need anything aside from a fast ship, so no point in preparing any sort of wild weasels, because they're not going to be able to use them anyway. And maximize speed time. So they have detected us, and they will do something about it soon, we assume. Hopefully, however, they won't do it fast enough. We've caught them completely with their pants down, and they shall die. So yeah. Also, Punisher didn't get that raw of a deal. He had a pretty good run. So looks like, what, 3 frigates? Yeah, 3 frigates, of which at least 2 of these are police vessels. A light cruiser and a light cruiser, which kind of reminds me of several heavy cruisers. Oh, that definitely looks like a heavy cruiser. But in any event, let's just nail this guy. With PPD fire. A beautiful combination of opening fire, but it didn't quite work out. I'm going to leave him to handle it, because he did fire his plasma... Never mind, he fired his plasma torpedoes from basically infinite range, so that's not going to be useful to anybody. Probably should have overloaded my plasma torpedoes. And you know what? Just to make sure, we will enveloping eyes them completely so that we actually have something to go for us. Alright, looks like he managed to take that out. So it's just the pouncer that is left of the actual potentially dangerous targets. Although I suppose just a mob of lighter frigates for the Lyrans wouldn't be considered to be too safe. After all, one of the most deadly formations we ever ran into was the Wolf Pack, which was 3 X-type war destroyers, or 3 X-type destroyers from the Lyrans themselves. So they can be a very scary race at times. Not always, but sometimes. Slow down even more, because apparently we don't have sufficient power to do anything that we want to. Let's just pull into a stop. Yes, it means my PPD doesn't get to be active on this one, but you know what? I should be able to shoot him with phasers, which will be ready shortly. By the time I maneuver into a position to use the PPD, he'll probably be dead. There we go. On to the next one. Am I in range? I'm in range. Help him out with that. Just using chained PPDs all over the place. It's having a wonderful effect on the enemy. Oh, you became active. That is adorable. Prep the tractor beams? I don't even have to anymore. Yeah, well, I'm still gonna do it. PPD. All weapons. Didn't even need the plasma torpedoes. That's lovely. So a perfect combination of 2 Velt flagships, which probably shouldn't be combined. Maybe there is a reason why they're flagships and just not normal cruisers. But they have such good weapons, why wouldn't I want to use them? 300 prestige, yeah, we did basically nothing to that. Alright, so the intended goal, as voted on by the chat, was all the way over here into Lyran space, which is a heck of a trip. Do we start now, or do we continue to just sort of hang around until we get larger ships? Kinda tempted to just go now. After all, as long as we don't take too much damage, we should be fine. That's the hope anyway. Fingers crossed. Alright, let's get ready to rumble. You appears to be... Yeah, it's a Hydran convoy, so I don't actually need the Wild Weasel, because we aren't going to be dealing with Hydrans on this one. Go now. Alright, we can begin the journey. This is going to probably end in our death. Are we taking the Federation? Oh, I get so confused on this campaign sometimes. Needs to be like sticky notes or something. So... we can go for the Federation. It's in the same direction anyway, and if we want to go to the Lyrans, we could actually go through the Federation to get there. Although that would be a very, very long campaign. I think it was both Simbri. Oh, by the way, welcome to the stream. And also, Steven, welcome to the stream. I did not greet you properly. What a sad, sad thing. Let's go enveloping and enveloping, because we actually have a frigate we do need to kill. Oh wow, I don't think I've noticed this one before. That is pretty impressive. Oh, the art in this game is great. Well, the post-do-it art is great, because that is not what the original artwork looks like. The original backgrounds are not so good. Fairly low poly, but then again, that's not poly. Low pixels? Yeah, that'd probably be accurate. Low resolution, that'd be the one. So, but that's because the game was made in 2001, so... technology has come quite the long way. In fact, the resolution we're playing at originally was not supported until modders came along and fixed things for us, so that was quite helpful. So it's a single frigate. Do you have plasma torpedoes? Have I not been preparing a Wild Weasel and I probably should have been? No, you don't. Okay, I don't care then. I could probably just ignore you entirely. Prep a tractor beam. And probably should... oh, I do have reinforcement going on. Lovely. So, let's give you a little bit of this. I'm going to wait till you get a little bit closer, because I'm not going to have to avoid the fight. There we go. One miss, and then everything else will connect. Perfect. And grab, and phasers. Plasma torpedoes? No, not... oh, we didn't need them. Never mind. Apparently, I did not have the plasma torpedoes ready to go. So let's come around over here, and we'll line up the next one. I can now free you from formation, since there's no target for us to work together against. And a single S-type enveloping torpedo should be able to handle these, although he's going to dump a Wild Weasel now, so you've basically wasted my entire positioning on this one. An SLV, you are normally a carrier. The V would, for whatever. But normally the Vs are carriers of some description. Phasers. Phasers might be the way to go. Our plasma torpedoes are indeed unloading, so that's pointless. A decent amount of damage getting dealt through there. I don't need to grab him, so just said I don't need to grab him. We can let him go in peace and harmony. So we've got one of the Korgath. Oh, it's House of Korgath. Really? This far out over by Romulan space? Huh. Who would have thought it? Plasma torpedoes are now about to come online, so let's go over and just nab him. Make sure that he can't get away when I fire this plasma torpedo right into his side. Probably won't kill this particular customer, although we did deal a fairly significant amount of damage to him already. Alright, so plasma torpedo to you. Oh yeah, he's definitely dead now. That much phasers damage, no way he could possibly survive. PPDs. There's opening fire on our buddy. That's not going to be all that helpful. Although, looks like our point defense system was absolutely on point, and we managed to save him completely. Tore him apart with long-range phaser fire, that's pretty good. And give me some more speed and, you know, a tractor beam. So I can actually come along up to his buddy back here, this OFT-2, and finish him off before he can actually get away. As is, of course, the goal of the evil Federation. Phasers are ready to rock. He's fired a couple of missiles at me. Phaser 3s have it, no problem. And just get within range. Hi. Wow, you survived that? Not only did he survive that, he fired back missiles at me. It's fairly impressive. By the way, why do you keep underloading your PPD? It doesn't take that much power. You really should be using the normal PPD. Alrighty. Not bad. Not bad at all. 202. And a dial taken. That's lovely. Probably should just create like an entire path out towards the Federation. We may as well take the time to do it properly. After all, the last time we tried to invade the Federation, we weren't able to successfully do it. Although we thought we had run into a bug, but I have a theory about how the ISC is actually programmed with the way that it flips tiles on certain factions. And that theory is that it reacts in a similar way to the way that the pirates flip tiles. So, but I don't quite know yet. We will be definitely paying close attention to how much influence we deal whenever we successfully accomplish a mission over on the Romulan territories. Or not Romulan, but the Federation territories. Because if I'm right, and I'm really hoping I'm not, then it could prove to be very difficult to conquer the entirety of the Federation. Okay, single heavy cruiser out there in the distance at KRB. Not quite sure which version this will be, but we'll find out very shortly. And it does appear that he's all on his lonesome. 2 S's, and wow, that's really pathetic, actually. Not gonna lie, that's not a particularly dangerous loadout. From my perspective, anyway. But a single pair of S's, 4 phaser 2s, and 3 phaser 1s. Yeah, that's pretty sad, actually. We're gonna start castle. Let's drop down in speed. And normal speed of time. Hi, buddy. You've come within range of our PPDs, and we are going to engage you again. Good, he opened fire the PPD properly. Unfortunately, he's starting to cloak, so that did allow him to avoid a little bit of that. We're traveling slow enough that you should have no trouble just dumping that without even crash stopping. That stupid thing again. Lucky for me, he's not gonna come out of cloak anytime soon. I'll increase the speed of the ship. We'll get up on top of this guy the moment he... I knew it! I knew it would reset on that if I hit the F1 key. So he managed to strip away most of his forward shields. That's pretty decent. And once we get within point-blank range of him, we should have our phaser 1s ready to go again. Maybe the timing might be a little bit off. But the phaser 3s definitely can get in. Not that they do a whole heck of a lot of damage anyway. So we're now just waiting for him to decloak. We'll spin around real quick and then, you know... Actually, we may as well spin around real quick now. See if I can't keep on him. It's not exactly going to be the easiest thing to do. After all, he is a Klingon design and we are... yeah, he's a Romulan in a Klingon-designed ship, which makes him incredibly maneuverable. But eventually, we will wear him down, and he will come out of cloak. And it'll be beautiful and wonderful in every single way. Although also we'll be firing all of our available plasma torpedoes, so he won't have any more shields after that point, so even if he does survive, we'll be able to basically just beat him to death with phasers from any range. Yep, your PPD is not going to locate any of that. You can try, but you're basically just wasting your time. Let's make sure that he can't get away. He's about to have a plasma torpedo ready to go, and it is unfortunately the side that we're on. Coming to a slow, because we don't want to be that close anymore, because he's about to come out of cloak. I want to be at a distance of at least 1.5. Well, apparently that's good enough. Come on, break it, break it, break it. Perfect. Just in time. Yeah, I know, but it makes me feel better to shoot it, and it's not like he's coming out of cloak anytime soon. So, we can just open fire and have fun with it. Because, hey, maybe something will happen. It won't, but, you know, you can relax and have a good time with it. And just pretend that everything is chill. While, you know, blazing away at maximum firepower with the phaser there. It's a little bit of a contradiction there. An asteroid base assault, that's how it takes a little while. But at least it won't be all that well defended. By well defended, I mean with shields, not necessarily the sort of opposition that we're going to be running against. Which, you know, could be absolutely terrifying. I don't think it will be, but it could be. Do this nice. Does anybody else hear that? Huh, that's just me. I thought for a second I was still hearing the tractor beam sound. Which does happen sometimes. So we'll get up to full speed here, and we'll just run in on whatever we run into. Oh good, you're a pirate frigate, so that should hopefully mean that you're not particularly dangerous. You are House of Korgath, if your last friend was anything to judge by. 3 missile launchers, a fusion cannon, and a triplet of phaser ones. It's an interesting close-range firepower. I mean, I gotta give them that much. Also, envelop and envelop, because we are going to use it as part of our siege loadout. And you can shoot me all you want with that, it's not going to be particularly effective. He's running away now. I mean, I suppose that's the best plan that he can do, but just kind of wastes everybody's time, doesn't it? There we go, we managed to knock out a shield. If you're just gonna do donuts at maximum range away from me, I will let you, because I've got the perfect weapon to do that against you with. And so does my friend here. So you may as well just commit to the death. Okay, he's committed to the death. Did he shoot the moment he launched that decoy? Because I get the feeling he kind of did that. Oh well. On to you, the asteroid base. We're going to roll up and just annihilate you with all the firepower that we possibly can bring to bear. Power screen, 8 points of power. Are you going maximum defense? You're not. You're in fact not defending yourself at all. I can only approve of such a monumental decision. Surely, sir, you are the type of person who needs to be immediately promoted. Make sure I have a single point of power in the point defense shields. Point defense shields? No. Single point of power in our random shield generators. That way we make sure that we can absorb a little bit of damage even from maximum range. I wish I could tell you just to do whatever, but you would go right up next to it and that would get you killed. And I don't want to waste that kind of tech. Because I spent a lot to get you. You better survive. Your death is not an acceptable outcome. Although I am very much surprised we're not being shot at. So, pulling within range. Yeah, we're being shot at now. Get our plasma torpedoes away as well. And we'll pull into a nice, careful little stop here. You're not allowed to deploy shuttles. You don't have a shuttle bay. 26 damage. Wait, 11 to 26? Doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense. Plus the 88 that, you know, we dealt with that one. So we're good. Now we just gotta wait. Wait until our weapon systems come back online. Please stop shooting him. Just don't do it. If I could order him to leave, I would, but... well, unfortunately, I don't have that much control over my friend. Come on, damage more of his systems. I don't want to have to deal with him just shooting my buddy, who is too dumb to actually defend himself properly. And 3, and 4. And we've got that traveling in. Hopefully that... there we go! Got something important with that one. So now we can just walk on up to him and hit him with all the plasma. I think that actually might kill him. Not quite. If not, the phaser follow-up probably will. I doubt our plasma torpedoes will be ready to go on time. I mean, this will fire from here. It's going to take us a little while to get our weapon systems fully ready. Ooh, he repaired the phaser 4. Can't allow that. There we go. It was the phasers before the plasma torpedoes. So nice and easy pickup for the mission. Nothing dangerous at all. Although once we actually start flying against, you know, one of the major factions, that could change very quickly. Scouting mission. We're just knocking these out as fast as we can. I want to get a nice solid core, sort of a buffer between us and the Federation by the time we actually start the invasion. So that we're not just going over empty terrain. Now this is a fascinating target that you've provided for me to actually scout. Okay, it actually held for that one. I can work with that. There's only the one of you, right? I'm not dealing with... Okay, good. If there was more than one target there, I would have to scan all of them. And that would take a little while longer. It makes scanning missions a little bit more dangerous if you do actually have to scan an entire fleet. Although the number of times that I've had to do that, I can literally count on one hand. We've been doing this for 14 seasons, and I'm really pretty sure I've only can remember once, maybe a second time, of ever having to scan more than one ship. It does require us to go after each and every single one of them, though. Oh yeah, you are actually a Gorn-powered ship, so I should prepare myself properly for it. We don't, after all, want to get caught with our pants down if you suddenly have, like, an R-type plasma torpedo on a ship that small. Although I'm fairly positive it's physically impossible in the game. Alright, probe, speed. Let's just do this. Yeah, 3 plasma torpedoes. 60 damage actually would be pretty damaging. You'd get through any one of these shields. Although if we managed to spread it across all 3, we probably could avoid it entirely. Which, that would be pretty funny. Alright, get ready with the PPD. And also the tractor beam? Yeah. Perfect damage. Slow way down. Slow way down. Because I do think he's actually fired at me this time. And I'd like to be able to do this without having to stop. Gosh darn it, Phaser Cruise, why? And then even... And then you had to fire immediately. Oh! Instead, he decided to do something really dumb and allowed us to shoot him. I'm not quite sure what his plan was to immediately get rid of his Wild Weasel the moment, you know, because the Wild Weasel does prevent us from getting tractor beam locks. Because I'm fairly positive it is. In fact, I am positive because it's told us in the past that targets under Wild Weasel cannot obtain tractor lock. So there's that going. Ooh, an ambushee. This could be incredibly dangerous or laughably easy. Let's go find out which. Watch, we'll get mobbed by 2 dreadnoughts from each side. Hey, look! Exactly that thing I was joking about has occurred. Oh, wait, no, it's even worse. It's a Godzilla-class battleship. Right. I mean, the ambushee mission is not supposed to be easy, but come on, guys. These are... Well, one of these is a full-on battleship, and the DNF is not exactly a wimp when it comes to firepower. Yeah, we're out of here, Raider. I'm not gonna fight these guys. That would be suicidal. So let's not. Let's say we didn't. Because I'm not that dumb. Jinkies. The number 4 bet? No, it's not. It's not. The Godzilla is considered very good, but this is a BB, not the BBX. And one of the things that made the Godzilla really good and worthy of the number 4 slot is just the phaser X's. Oh great, he's falling super far behind. Come on, don't be dumb about this. Just keep up with the rest of the fleet. I gave you an order, you're gonna have to follow it. We're gonna have to switch over ships relatively quickly to save the Acceptor. Otherwise, the Acceptor is going to get itself killed, because it is going to break off and try and avoid going to the edge of the map if it follows the normal logic that they take. Yep, he's broken off. At least he broke off in an okay direction. And he's coming back towards me. Lovely. Just stop trying to wallow away. Just fight. Not, that's not what I meant. That is not what I meant. Alright, so now we're traveling away. Should be nice and safe. I don't think the enemy can catch me in time. I think they've sacrificed their ability to get to me in a sufficient amount of time. Goodbye. Nice to know you. Good, so both of our ships got out easily and without danger. Oh, more than just run, Forrest, run. That was a tidal wave of plasma that we could have had. Just an utter nightmare. Although, you know, if I removed X-type battleships from the equation, the Maraca BBM probably would have moved up a little bit. Just because it would have been harder for people to actually handle. Did we take this tile? Oh yeah, because technically we did still win the mission. We were only supposed to leave. Alright, we are two columns away from getting to the Federation. In the meantime, raiding convoys for supplies, clearly. I would love a much more in-depth fleet simulation in this game. I think that would be really cool. But I don't think that's quite possible under the current setup. Yep, by fleeing and surviving, we were enough of a danger that the enemy had to flee back home. They could not handle the potential dangers. So the goal here is going to be to dive on top of this thing before he can charge his plasma torpedoes, because if he's a Q-ship proper, which I think he must be. No, he's not. Wow, he's not even going to have a plasma... FLPL? Flotilla leader? No, you don't have a plasma torpedo. You don't have any plasma torpedoes. That's going to be the story that I'm going to stick to, and if he suddenly busts out a plasma torpedo right in our face, then we may have a bad day on our hands. Increase the speed. We need to get there as quickly as possible to make sure that he doesn't have a chance to actually use anything that he may or may not actually have. I don't think he will, but... Also, very tempted to slow down to make sure my PPDs get a shot in. Oh, you do have plasma torpedoes. Woe is me. That's actually a problem. Oh, they're only going to be half charged. There's no way the PPDs can be fired in time. Phasers. Hello. Hey, we got some damage on through. How far behind are you lagging? Yeah, that's what I thought. I figured he was lagging not lagging far enough behind to actually be able to get in a full salvo. So slow down the ship. We're good. We need to get some power back again. Oh, good. You got him. On to the fleet. So one of the fun things about that spawn position is you do spawn in an attack position. You're already intercepting them rather than having to chase them down. So increase the speed of time so I can just start getting on top of people. 15, there we go. Ooh, the entire salvo. That'll cause you to stop, right? It did. Okay, let's be prepared to follow up on that with enough titanic plasma firepower that he cannot survive. Or, you know, I can do that. That'll work too. A DDT. You are impressively well endowed with plasma for a ship of your size. Although I suppose you are a destroyer. But you are a transport. And you still have the shot. So this is going to suck. It did. But I can maneuver now around to his stern and hit him from behind before he can actually do anything to me. Please don't cross in front of the Littlefoot. He's got enough firepower to make that a painful experience. And I don't want to have to fix you. Well, he currently seems to have a great handle on the situation. He's going to get shot at from behind. Yep, that was it. And... oh, he actually took a penetrating hit on that one, I believe. That's unfortunate. We mined him to death. It's always a lot of fun. You got the FT3? Without wasting mines and exposing yourself to fire needlessly? No, it's the AI. We have to remember that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lovely. We still haven't used our plasma torpedoes. I'm loving it. Slow all the way down. See if we can't avoid this. Last freighter to go. And... we're too close for plasma torpedoes. We'd only hurt ourselves trying to use them. But we can do that, because it's nice and simple. Nice support there, buddy. The Acceptor managing to provide just the right amount of firepower to support us when we needed him the most. Okay, so we're, what, 2 columns away? We need to spread out a little bit more to make sure that we manage to grab all of the tiles. And we can actually see the border of the Federation. Woo! Holding action or patrol. Holding action would require me to have to sneak my buddy out of enemy fire. So I'd prefer to not have to waste my time with that one. Especially if he's been wasting his consumables like he has been lately. So we're still by Romulan space, so I'm going to assume that we are going to need that plasma torpedo. There's no guarantee of that, but high chance, I'd imagine. So we will also do this. Okay. We might be fighting Romulans. Why won't you charge? Seems like an inherently broken system. Huh. I wonder what's up with that. I shouldn't need a target to actually charge a tractor beam. So that's very interesting. Is that a probe? Oh god, it's a pair of hawks. So according to the fleet screen, we're looking at a Firehawk and a Nova Hawk. This Nova Hawk hopefully still is not equipped with the R-type plasma torpedoes that it's supposed to have. The higher up tier versions of the Nova Hawk will. But the current version should be more or less destroyable with what we've got going for us. So that'll be lovely. I do think, however, that I need enveloping plasma torpedoes for this. Make sure that we deal enough damage fast enough. Although they are going to shoot immediately cloak. So there's that working against us. How are we going to actually deal with that? I hate fighting Romulans because of that. The ability to cloak is just an incredibly powerful ability at making the game insanely frustrating. Alright, so what's the plan here? Well, obviously the Hawk is the most dangerous threat, but we are much closer to the Firehawk. Well, not much closer, but we are closer to the Firehawk. So he's going to enter the weapons envelope sooner. I think we slow down. I know, we're going to extend the time it takes to get into engagement range even further, but the reason why is because I want to go slow enough that I can just dump a Wild Weasel without having to stop the ship at all. I'm not reinforcing the forward shield, am I? Nope. Also gives me time to remember things like that. Oh, never mind, you're a Mauler. Okay, I can ignore you. I can't quite, actually. You do have a pair of plasma torpedoes, but I can mostly ignore you because you're just going to fire that thing like an idiot. Ooh, 3 misses, 4 misses, 5 misses, 5 misses. Actually, no, I think that might have been... No, that was actually 5 misses. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's out there. I don't need this. Please survive long enough for those to hit the well whistle. It worked out lovely. Is my tractor beam ready? Oh, it is. Will you please... That was clever of you. I did not expect cleverness out of you. Jeez. Now you're making me look bad. Yeah, I did not expect any sort of actual level of intelligence to be demonstrated by these guys. Plasma torpedo out this corner. And my other plasma torpedo. Just to rip even more damage on him as soon as I can bring it to bear. But it's going to be kind of difficult before I run out of space. Oh, good. So we've stripped his shields entirely. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Also, how are you cloaking? I'm holding onto you with the tractor beam. Well, it doesn't matter. You're going to be held here until the end of time. And now that you've cloaked, I can just shoot at you. Yes, it's going to reduce my damage some, but we're going to be fine. Well, he's a Nova Hawk. He's got a lot of plasma to shoot. So I'd love to be able to engage with my PPDs, but I don't have any anymore. Do you not have... Oh, wow, we destroyed his tractor beam, so he literally can't let go of this. He's forever helpless right here. So, one thing we could attempt to do... Yeah, 2 Fs and 2 S's. It's actually not terrible. Eventually he's going to have 2 R-type plasma torpedoes to go alongside those. Well, not alongside that current setup, but... How are you alive? There you go. And are you prepared for that? He absolutely was. Unfortunately for us, however, the Pugnator has gone once again back within cloak, which means this is going to take a while. Oh, he's coming out of cloak now. Lovely. Do I have a shot? Not really. I don't have any weapons available for it. So he's fired all of his plasma, and he's immediately ducking down, which again is the smartest thing you can possibly do as a Romulan commander. Just pop up, shoot, and duck. That's all you need to do. Not a whole heck of a lot more tactics beyond that. Cannot fire seeking weapons. We do not have a lockout. Of course we don't. This makes life oh so very painful. And I don't have the shields to potentially bump him with mines. So there's that working against us as well. You're gonna take forever, my little friend, aren't you? You're gonna make me have to work for this one. I don't want to work for it. I want to have it for free. Just give me the battle. A bit of light fire going off from our phasers, although we really shouldn't be firing unless we're basically on top of them. Otherwise, we just do not deal any real damage to them. You know what? Just go past me, so I can be behind you and just fire things into you. And if you're really gonna be that much of a jerk about it, go in front of me. There you go. Rapid tractor beam. And we did a little bit of light damage to him. We've managed to, damage his shields a little bit. If I had actually been a little bit more on point with my defense, probably would have handled that a little bit better. Could drop back a little bit more and allow us to... Oh no, he's gonna hold position, isn't he? That's intelligent of you. Irritatingly intelligent.
Sensor decoy ready.
Okay, we've got another sensor decoy. I may as well prep the last one because you get refunded all non-used shuttles, which makes life a whole heck of a lot easier. Oh, he's coming out of cloak. Oh, good angle there. There we go. That's what I've been hoping for. So I haven't done anything with which I can shoot at him for now. Well, aside from the phasers. Oh wait, you already got rid of that. Well, let's make sure that you don't survive what is about to happen to you then. Good. Lovely. That's exactly what we wanted. So how much of your weapons are left? None. We are actually on the proper side of the ship. Because we're over on the port side of the ship, his starboard side weapons can't actually shoot at us. I may have spoken too soon. Please stop shooting weapons at my friend. He's not supposed to be taking any weapons on this one. Oh, good. We are running out of consumables, though, and that's a bit of a problem. Especially because we're about to get shot by a lot of plasma. Unless I can damage him fast enough. Okay, he's lost his shuttle bay. And now I get to hold on to him to make sure that he doesn't go away. Perfect. So the PPDs have dealt completely with him. No need to worry about that anymore. But we are starting to take a pretty ugly amount of damage, which I'm not particularly happy about. The more damage that we take, the more dangerous things get. And the game has crashed. Lovely. Oh, fire back up. That is somewhat dangerous. The game is normally pretty stable, actually, which means that this crash really lately. Whenever we play plasma races, we run into a couple more crashes than kind of usual. So we've lost... Yeah, it generally does that. It takes out both of them whenever that game crashes. I'm not quite sure why it does it, but it can be a bit of a problem. So... But yeah, we have lost a little bit of progress on this one, because we did have these 3 tiles that we had taken. But such is life. Let's go piss off the Romulans some more. With a little bit of an assault on their, near their starbase. You'd imagine they wouldn't be too angry about going outside the neutral zone. Romulans are incredibly, insanely territorial for no apparent reason. If you're gonna hide inside your territory for so long, why would you get annoyed when people are fighting outside of it? They're hypocrites. That's what they are. Alright, so let's see exactly what we're fighting. That's what I thought I saw. I figured I had seen this. Yeah, lately for some reason the crashing has been happening on a lot of games, and I'm not quite sure why. It's been really bugging me too. So with any luck, that'll die down a little bit. So we've got our sensor decoy ready, but I don't... do you have defenses? I don't think you do. Well, you might. And if you do, I've got enough to protect me from you. Oh, you absolutely do. Never mind. They fired back... Oh, I thought they fired backwards. I'm actually going to absorb this. And got him. Perfect. Alright, so that took that out. Nice, quick, and easy patrol, making sure the Romulans don't actually do anything too damaging. Keep them penned up inside their little hole. We don't want to have to worry about them. Although at some point we are going to have to return home to get more ships or something. Pop up over here, just continue our nice little wave on towards enemy territory. Want to make sure that they cannot stop us. Bouncing between Gorn and Romulan territory. Eventually we'll fight the Federation, and the Federation will be a cakewalk because we're a plasma-armed race. And those are the rules. If you have plasma and the enemy doesn't, the game immediately has taken 1 difficulty level and gone down. Which, you know, that's not necessarily true if you're fighting a player, but as long as you're fighting the AI knows how to run plasma okay, and it doesn't really know how to run anybody else. I mean, don't get me wrong, the AI can on occasion surprise you and catch you out in a position that you didn't quite originally intend. Okay, you probably shouldn't be locking onto people that we're technically not supposed to be able to see yet. Figured out not to capture an asteroid base that caused a crash. I think I've captured asteroid bases before. I didn't realize that caused a crash, so we got a CRR2. Enveloping plasma torpedoes, please. And we'll be fully ready just to kill him. Pull forward shield reinforcement to make sure that he can't penetrate our shields. Nothing can get to our shields. And the electronic warfare is going perfectly lovely. Alright, so let's go rock him. More speed. More speed. I want to actually get on top of this, and I want to get a foothold in Federation territory by the end of the day. Which we've got about an hour left. So, should be not easy, but should be doable. And I did not fire my plasma torpedoes for that exact reason, by the way. In case of those who were wondering why we did not shoot our enveloping plasma torpedoes, I was waiting for my buddy to basically cause him to break. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Lots of exchange fire, but all of it was on the shields. And the shields managed to just take care of everything. Can you imagine having to actually play this game without shields? I'm imagining it because I'm actually planning something. But, alright, now we're back basically to where we were before, and once we finish this mission, we will be in a place where we used to be. And then we'll sort of try and push on towards Federation territory fast enough to actually steal a foothold. Once there, we can start really getting some work done. Oh, you're full up just straight on heavy cruiser. You are several levels of dangerous, and all of them are unfun. So let's go full shield reinforcement, full ECM? Yeah, we will. It's gonna sacrifice our charge rates just a little bit, but I think it'll be worth it. Am I planning an Archer era campaign? No. Not that. First of all, I don't have the ship models for it. Second of all, I don't know how to convert the ship models for it. Because that would be the other thing. If I actually knew how to, like, convert the ship models so that they worked in Starfleet Command, there are a lot of mods and games out there that have much, much better models. Like, even Orion Pirates Plus does provide better models, but, I mean, some of the newer ones are just gorgeous. There's even, I think it was Bridge Commander, even has a fairly decent-looking Federation light cruiser, which would have been really cool to use. I want this green. That's the one I keep looking around for and not finding. Okay, we're prepared to basically hurt him. The Footfall. The Footfall is apparently dueling with somebody who decided he didn't want to shoot. That was not the key I was supposed to be shooting. That one was. So we may have wasted our first salvo. Luckily for us, we managed to confine just all the damage all over the place. I knew you were fake, and the reason why I knew you were fake was because we don't have our plasma torpedoes ready yet, and we started charging it immediately. Luckily for us, though, he's lost most of his weapon systems. Phase once. Ooh, did that destroy his Wild Weasel? Because that would be hilarious to me if it did. I mean, it would have still gone into his Wild Weasel because of the 5 seconds that it still lasts. It's supposed to be like 5 impulses, but only one of my plasma torpedoes is ready. Hi! Probably shouldn't have wasted that phaser fire until I was sure I had the opening, but you know what? It'll be fine. Oh wow, that was much more damaging than I thought it was going to be. Huh, I thought I had like 30-something forward shield. Apparently I have to have 20, like 28 probably. Maybe even 24, although I do have 3 greens. Probably 28. I need to replace Star Trek Legacy sometime, though. Because there were several interesting ships that were included for the Archer era. Alright, we got him. Now on to the convoy proper. Unfortunately, we have no more forward shields, so that makes life just a little bit more difficult than it should be. Caused crash last 2 times at captured an asteroid base. Klingons lost lots of Marines and transporters. Also trying to reshade on a different platform. I know that they were looking at some new shaders over on the Hidden Space forums. Is that gonna kill him? I didn't quite think so, but I had the briefest of hopes that he would no longer exist. Oh wow, this is a fairly large convoy. 2, 4... Yeah, this is a 6-ship convoy. Of which 2 of these are armored freighters and one of them is a destroyer transport. That's pretty impressive, actually. They did not spare any expense for this convoy. Alright, on to you. We need to get onto these guys as fast as possible, so any power you happen to have, you can stop using the electronic countermeasures. Let's just use that all for weapons power. There we go. And slow down speed time. Yeah, fire all the missiles you want at me. It's not gonna help you. One more. Ooh, just messed that up. Luckily for me, I had a follow-up. Remember, kids always have a backup plan. And my backup plan is phaser 3s. Okay, slow way down. I don't want to get any closer to that. because I don't want to actually hurt myself with enveloping plasma torpedoes. Alright, so 3 of the freighters are dead. All 3 of those were shot down by me. We've got this destroyer transport. Oh wait, no. Are there ooh, there's... No, never mind. Miscounting for some reason. Alright, let's go continue to fix our ship, because we've been denting it quite badly. You're the last one, friend. Give up now and maybe we'll take you on. We're not going to. But if we tell him that, he may actually slow down and stop, and it'll make it easy. He fired his single phaser 3 at my friend, who had just finished shooting at him. I suppose that's a reasonable reaction. So Scepter is a little bit banged up. Yeah, pretty much as much banged up as we are, so that's a bit unfortunate. Especially because the nearest repair is like 8 tiles back, which I really don't want to have to make that trip. I'd rather move forward and capture a planet or something. Speaking of, hi, I'm going to invade your tile because you have an Empire Defense of 10 and I might be able to get enough work done before you actually manage to protect it. So if we can do that, we can have the entire thing taken and use this as our, well, rearm base? Our new base of operations. We're fighting the Federation, but they might bring on plasma dreadnoughts, so I want to be a little bit careful about that. And enveloping. You have to remove the light mech to make models work in Starfleet Command 1. Starfleet Command 1 can't do light models. So how about Starfleet Command 2? Put together a TOS ship model for Starfleet Command 1. Do not know how to remove light mechs on existing Starfleet Command 2 models. Ah. Yeah, but I mean just like adding them into the game. Like I don't want to take them into Starfleet Command 1. I want to take like a Star Trek Armada 3 model and import it into this game. Ah, so the Federation has located us with one of their I was so hoping this was going to be a galactic survey cruiser. But no, this is a strike carrier. Alright, we can take you on without too much trouble, hopefully. Ooh, actually, no, you are going to be trouble, because you carry a fairly decent number of fighters, if I'm remembering correctly. You've got 12, I want to say? I don't think it's 16. I think 16 is the heavy carrier. I don't think strike carriers have that many. But yeah, we get to duel it out with the Federation themselves now. Transporters... Yeah, let's prep it. Let's make sure that it's prepared and ready to go. Oh good, it didn't reset. So our Wild Weasel's ready. We don't really need it because he's not going to provide any sort of challenge that we are going to require a Wild Weasel for. A couple of missiles at most, but at the end of the day, even if he were to launch a scatter pack at me, I probably wouldn't use a Wild Weasel. I just don't view it as a super useful spending of my shuttles. Alright, let's maximize speed time. If you launch your fighter jet, no he's not. Although one of the things we could do is focus entirely on his fighters. Ooh, that looks to be much less than I thought. Yeah, that's only 8 fighters. Only 8 fighters, by the way, is still a monumental amount of fighters. Okay, slow way down, because he dealt a lot of damage to me. Hi. So we're gonna hold this just long enough. And kill your entire fighter squadron. Yeah, that worked out quite nicely. It worked out so well, our forward shield is still intact. Now, we didn't fire our PPD, which, you know, was a bit of a miscalculation. I was a little bit too focused on other things at the moment. Probably should have been a little bit more focused on what we were doing. But we now have a fairly decent chance for a follow-up just as soon as he passes outside of our range of 4, because he's in the right angle and he's within, well, frankly, perfect range. So this might actually even kill him. Not quite, but there's not much left of this ship. So, a phaser barrage, I anticipate. Yep, tore them apart. They just won't stop improving the game. Yep, they're working on it. Especially with their new Starfleet Command 2 models. Because that is something that they have been doing. So I have to give them so much credit. Oh, come on, don't crash again. Don't crash again. It's thinking about it. Whew, it recovered. Lovely. Alright, so the first of our efforts down in Federation territory. Pop over here. Pop right... Of course you're going to surprise reverse me. Let's go do a surprise reverse real quick before that we can actually attempt to neutralize that tile and then hopefully steal the location. Oh, we got a friend this time. The Predator. I thought for a second this was a dreadnought. Save the game? Never! Why would we do such a foolish thing as saving games? It's not what we do here, sir. Let's increase my speed just a little bit more, get right up power, maximize the speed of time. And light cruisers, all of them light cruisers. All of them to be the exact same looking ship. That is my main complaint with the Fire Souls Orion Pirate Plus mod. It's the fact that every single Gorn ship looks the same. I understand that is how it is in the tabletop. It doesn't change the fact that it's a terrible idea. Just, it's ugly. It's not interesting. When every single Gorn ship looks the same, you can't say, oh my god, it's X-type ship coming. Well, not literally X-type ship, I mean, like, insert your own there. Oh, good accuracy there. You can't get excited for any sort of ship model or design like you can with, say, a D7. Although, the Klingon ships somewhat suffer from this problem as well. Because the Klingons also have a fairly similar all-looking ships. The D5s, the D6s, and the D7s, and the C7s, and all their dreadnoughts all basically share a very similar common ship design. So the Klingons suffer a little bit from that too. Federation have it the best. Because yes, there's similar design cues, but it's not all like the same ship. Mainly because they have different nacelle arrangements and like that kind of saves them a bit. In Klingon Academy, all the Gorn vessels are different, so they can't add in designs. You can. Like, so this is not what these Gorn ships look in the vanilla game. In the vanilla game, Gorn ships look much different. So, and you can add in ships if you want to, because in order to change that, it's a relatively simple process. All you've got to do is basically change a spreadsheet to tell it, look here for the model that you're going to be using for your ship. So it's kind of simple, actually. The thing is finding Gorn models that are in a format that is easily put into Starfleet Command. And since I don't understand modeling of any description, I can't really say what sorts of models are acceptable and which ones aren't, as according to Starfleet Command 2. I mean, at some point I could learn it, and at some point I probably should, just because we play so much Starfleet Command on this channel. But it's doable. You just have to know how to do it. Hi Sean, welcome to the stream. So we're going to be playing for another hour or so you've got more than enough time to join us on this. Oh, there's still another target, isn't there? It's you. I thought you were dead. Or are you not dead? Can we get a plasma torpedo on him? One time. It's an interesting name for a Gorn ship of all things. And missiles will take him. Missiles will take him. Oh, there's a sun! Oh, we could have gone to the sun. We had just recently commented that we hadn't, in the last episode, that we hadn't seen a sun in Starfleet Command 2, but we knew they existed. Well, there it was. We could have gone there. Yeah, I understand that Starfleet Command 2 and Orion Pirates... Well, Starfleet Command 2 and Starfleet Command 2 Orion Pirates are the same game, model-wise. So, I'm not quite sure what you're saying. So. But I'm talking about bringing in models from other games that are of higher quality. What sort of changes I would have to make. Oh, you are interesting. So already we have run into a Federation heavy cruiser. It is a CVDR, so another carrier. This is going to become a problem if the Federation keeps sending carriers against us. Because carriers are very, very dangerous. They're not exactly the sort of thing that I want to fight all that often. Although you're a proper carrier, not a strike carrier. So you may actually have more fighters on board. That could be a bit of a problem. So let's go and set up my forward shields to a full reinforcement level. Because we're probably going to be taking a lot of damage on this one. And also... just had that charged. Ah, that's what I thought. That's a pirate heavy cruiser. A BHV, so he's also a carrier. So basically everybody's solution to the ISC suddenly invading them was bring out the carriers. Which, to be fair, it's a fantastic solution you've got going there because the ISC suck at point defense. Almost as bad as the Gorn. Although, actually no, the ISC is worse than the Gorn because the ISC... yeah, that's a lot more than the last carrier that we fought. I'm not going to be able to get away with that little cheeky, let me shoot at everything else first. Yeah, we've weakened you pretty nicely. You are going to need this and that. You are going to get the full phaser barrage. That should kill you. From what we saw last time we did, anyway. Oh no, you didn't die. You're down to 1. Oh, there's 8 more fighters. Yeah, that was my fear. That was definitely my fear. So we're just gonna hold on to you because you can't get away. All you can do is sit there and take the amount of damage we dish out. Thank you. On to this one. We're going to do the same thing to him. The one thing we would like to do is hold him out at maximum range so he can deal the least amount of damage. Why are you coming for me? Once we take out his fighters, he's going to be way easier to kill than we are. I mean, look at him. He's doing a speed of 4. Granted, he's doing a speed of 4 because we fired plasma torpedoes at him, but... Is that a scatter pack? No, that was your Wild Weasel shuttle. The other thing we have to be careful about is not shoving the fighter into his bay for him. So, alright, so I think we've dealt with most of his fighters. PPDs again. Come on, give me my PPDs online. I need to be able to shoot at him before he gets back within range. Might even be able to strip his forward shield doing this. Not quite, but we did get the side shield. Oh, great, more. Stop bringing your bloody bugs around me. I won't have to deal with these. Mine. There we go. Okay, so we've killed 1 squadron. What is this location in space? Jeez, that's more than a little ridiculous. So he's lost most of his shields at this point, which is great. You are just, well, you're Dreadnought level of ship, so that's kind of ridiculous, actually. In terms of size, I don't think this is a Dawn Dreadnought, but certainly reminds me of one. Pretty much the canon solution to them. Yep. Yes, they are. Hey, you want to actually deal with the invading them? I'll bust out the fighters. In the late era, we will get fighters too, and they'll be better. Okay, they're not better, but they were better for fighting other fighters, which I suppose is a certain level of endorsement. Federation border is being protected by pirates. Why is this? Actually, no. Are you seriously using my own weapon against me? Hi. Just go away now. I am not impressed or pleased with you attempting to do my thing. Especially not if you're going to shoot me in my weakened forward face. Are you cloaking? I'm going to hold on to him because I've got bigger fish to fry over here. Plasma torpedo, PPDs. See if I can kill him before he can actually get within range. Oh good, that'll do. That'll do nicely. He had another fighter squadron, gosh darn it. Gee, thanks for that, Acceptor. I really didn't need that plasma torpedo. So we're taking all kinds of damage on this one. Kind of to be expected, though. We're fighting the Federation, after all. Although I would prefer it if this didn't happen until the next mission. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still would suck, but at least in the next mission I would immediately be able to repair and recover. Okay, you're down to a single target. All I need is one more phaser blast on you. Stop doing that. It's really distracting. I like Starfleet Command 1 Gorn ships. They look like the old Starfleet battle speeder models. Well, the Starfleet, the Orion Pirates plus Gorn ships, all I believe are what the original Gorn vessels looked like. So, did they change them in between games? Because frankly, the Starfleet Command 2 ones looked pretty good. Oh, is that what he? If that's the case, is that what he? They are what? Wait, so I'm confused now. So did they change the Gorn models between Starfleet Commands 1 and 2? Because if that's the case, that's very interesting. Then maybe just Fire Soul went in and reused the Starfleet Command 1 models then. There we go. Now you're starting to have a bad day. You don't have a shuttle bay. You can't defend yourself against this. This will remove your shields entirely. Lovely. And Phaser 3s can take them out. We are pretty badly dented. That's not a great ending for us. But that should neutralize the tile moving forward, and that should allow us to actually grab the tile in this next mission. The 2 or 3 saucer look is the original Starfleet Battles look. Also, Orion Pirates 2 uses... Starfleet Command 2 uses the same design. No, it doesn't. The Starfleet Command 2 Orion Pirates models are all various and different. You can actually see what the outlines of what they're supposed to be on the back of the Gorn ship model. So we're causing nothing here. I think we're actually causing cartel damage. I think that's what's going on when we fight the Federation. Because of that, we have to then basically get through 2 layers of defense. So yeah. Yeah, Starfleet Command 2, the Gorn ships look very different from the vanilla ones. Gorn. So Gorn being the lizard people, the people who have plasma torpedoes on most of their ships. So when we say Orion Pirates, we mean the game. I even just use mousepad, same as notepad, to tell the games where they should. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get out of the... So let's go enveloping and enveloping. Yeah, the thing I'm trying to figure out is if the Gorn ships from Starfleet Command 1 are the same as the Gorn ships as they are in Orion Pirates, which is also Starfleet Command 2. And the mod we're using is called Orion Pirates Plus, so I can understand how there's a little bit of confusion there. We can all blame Firesoul for deciding not to name his mod something cool. Then again, he did create the mod, so we can't be too angry at him for it. Who are you? What do you do? And let's find out. Turn off wood wrap? What? See, now you've got me confused, man. Because you can open them up. You can open the ship list up in any spreadsheet program, and it'll automatically fill everything in properly. It's actually a lot of fun. You can also do it in Notepad++. Alrighty, so let's go deal with you, because you need to die. It'll make my life so much easier. Oh yeah, you've got nothing. You've got a pair of missile launchers and 5 phaser ones. You are pretty pathetic as far as light cruisers go. Then again, that is sort of the problem with most Orion pirate vessels. Just pirate designs in general. They don't have any real punch to them. At least compared to their current weight classes. Which, you know, they're pirate ships. They're not supposed to be quite on the same level as the actual proper nations. 2 misses. 3 misses. Okay, at least we only missed 3 times instead of 5 times like the last time. He even missed once. Okay, and can I get him within range? Thank you. And then I'm going to launch a plasma torpedo at him. Because he can enjoy 2 plasma torpedoes. Yeah, he's probably going to die here. Not quite. Okay, but it came close. At this point, I'm going to pull him from formation. He doesn't need to actually be supporting me anymore. Main reason because I'm about to go sprinting at maximum speed towards a planet, and I don't want the AI to actually accidentally mess that up, and then accidentally ram into the planet when we avoided it. Okay, give me a phasers back, please. Or, you know, he could do it. That'll work too. Alright, so the last time we just went to green alert, and then we ran into a dust cloud that came out of nowhere. So this time we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it at yellow alert. So we keep our shields going. Although that asteroid is optical illusion. I was about to say that asteroid is mighty close to the planet, but apparently not. So now we're just going to run right towards this planet, drop off Mr. Ambassador, and maybe we'll capture a tile or 2. Okay, start to slow down because we're starting to get mighty close to the planet. And we do, of course, want to avoid hitting it, as planets are one of the few things that you can actually collide with in this game. 7, 6, 5. Okay, we're within range. Beam off the people. Mission complete. Good. Another successful invasion. I mean, diplomatic delivery. Because that's exactly what we're doing. We're not invading, no. Although I would prefer to be invading, as that pays out way better. 495 versus 280. I think we're dealing cartel damage when we invade places. Because that would explain several things. The Acceptor has been quite badly dented, so it may be a little bit more work to actually steal this location than I had otherwise hoped. NER, a new light cruiser. So he's one of those brand new upper nacelle designs, which are very similar to another type of cruiser, which has a very common looking nacelle design. Because there is a light cruiser and a heavy cruiser that have a triple nacelle design, except the light cruiser of it has the nacelles vertical, whereas the heavy cruiser version of it has these nacelles slanted. So. Alright, let's actually prepare for you properly. Do I need that? I don't, but I'm going to prepare it anyway. After all, in case the pirates show up and they're all prepared with plasma weapons, and judging by where we are... Actually, what is my mission again? I was not paying attention. Scan. Oh. But why? Why can't we just kill them? It's much easier just to blow the enemy to pieces. Doesn't give us the rewards we require, though. Alright, let's prepare with all that. And power screen. And increase the speed time. Let's go dive on top of these people and nail them with enough firepower to make them cry. So we'll open up from 15 as usual, then get within range, hit them with a scan, get the scans done, and then once the scans are done... Oh, good. Alright, we may disengage now. Hi, you're dead. You haven't realized it yet, but you're dead. That worked. Saw it, scanned, 90 seconds. Not too difficult at all. Although, taking this tile may prove to be more difficult. 320. No. Oh, we did Empire Defense on this one. So I just don't know why it seems to be so random when the ISC takes a location and when it doesn't. Because it doesn't have anything to do with distance, since our campaign right now, as the Gorn in Klingon territory, didn't require us to have nearby colonies or anything like that. Oh, we're trapped. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we've been trapped. No, what shall we do? We got a heavy cruiser and a light cruiser in front of us, and a freighter behind us. So I'm not exactly worried. Maybe I should be, but I think we've got this. Let's go involving. Carlos has threatened to release a Starfleet Command 1 ship model mod. You can see it in one of the vids about the Starfleet Command launcher. Oh, cool. I don't know what that means. Is he, like, offering to release improved versions of the model? Like, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Because you've been writing, like, how Starfleet Command 1 and 2 models are swappable from each other, and I was under the impression they were the same thing. Right, let's, prepare the rest of the fleet, this and this, so electronic countermeasure and electronic countermeasure to the 4-2 setup, because it's just enough to sort of mess with the enemy, and we'll reinforce the rest of the shields. I could focus on the light cruiser, but I'm not going to, because the heavy cruiser, I believe, was a carrier? No, it's not. You are. You're just a full-on battle cruiser, which means you're heavy cruiser levels of armament. Yeah, and you've got fighters. Fighters are more dangerous. The plasma torpedoes are not going to be ready in time. Single, oh no, paraphoton torpedoes. Let me guess. 2 photon torpedoes and 6 missile launchers. It's going to be my guess. That'll give him basically the amount of firepower that he could possibly want. 2 misses, 3 misses, 4 misses. Great job, gunnery team. Truly, truly disappointing me at every turn. No, it was 2 and 4. That's what it was. Alright, fire the plasma torpedoes, of which we need to fire them all at a single target. Wow, there goes all of my forward shields. But, you know, since you passed me anyway, I may as well fire this on our way through. And just deal enough damage to hopefully kill his friends very shortly. Because if we can get that done... I was really hoping you would have some sort of weapon that you could just dump on me. Okay, so we're in a bit of a rough spot. It's mostly these fighters. Like, honestly, if it weren't for the fighters, we would not have anything to worry about. Okay, Phase is getting involved. They've opened us up and back, but we've managed to finish off the rest of the fighters, which makes him more or less superfluous. Oh, you destroyed one of my PPDs. Ah, you jerks. PPDs take forever to repair. We just do not have any armor at the moment. I'm going to pull him from formation, let him engage of his own will. Get my PPD on target. Is my PPD on... Oh, it's stunned. And it got utilized in the middle of a stun cycle. That's great. That's exactly what I need all of this power for. Marines, do we want to get on board here on this one? I think we do. Unfortunately, we've lost a little bit more than I otherwise like. He's at a really close distance to me. So we need to maneuver out here. In Rotec, I built a Drekka, a prototype Fafnir with 2 built-in prototype heavy Gauss rifles. Can't lose them because you can't repair them. Only need heavy Gauss rifle. That's pretty cool. And protections from that. Ugh, this The only reason we are in as bad shape as we're in at the moment purely has to do with the fact that this guy got his fighters off on us and managed to basically blitz through our shields. So now that we've got that dealt with, we can go deal with you. You've only got 6 phaser 1s, which means you're not exactly the most insanely dangerous target ever. Although we do need to get a couple more repairs going on. Stop fixing the shuttle bay. Fix something useful. And then plasma torpedoes, because I don't want them in the close range fight, and then you can fix these. Let's get some distance going on in here. Oh wow, we've got a lot of power down. This ship is really banged up. So if you can finish off killing the FLRG, who has 2 weapons, neither of which are front. Wow, you just wasted a very powerful plasma torpedo into that? No, he didn't. He faked it. But we're currently having to run these things dry. We've got a lot of repairs to make, and a lot of time to do it in too. Starfleet Command 2 and Orion Pirates models will work in either game with appropriate changes to the text file. There's a spreadsheet program for it to make it easier to change. Okay. Alright, so let's go focus on the Toxin now. Who are you denting, my friend? Not too much, actually. Oh wow, your shuttle bay's actually down. I take that back completely. You've managed to very badly dent him. Keep repairs going, because if we don't, we'll be in a lot of trouble. Plasma torpedoes are out, PPDs are out, forward shields are out, aft shield is out, and our 2 other aft shields are in a weakened state. So I'm not even in a position to provide fire support. These models don't work in Starfleet Command 1, they have light maps, Starfleet Command 1 doesn't do light maps. Okay, so that's what we were talking about there. So that's a full-on scatter pack right there, which means he's totally open to being assaulted right now. Please tell me that you have a Wild Weasel or something, or, you know, your entire normal defenses to handle that. So I'm going to see if I can't rope him in and drag him in towards my buddy. Because if I can, then we've actually got a really good position, because he's just fired a... He has deployed a scatter pack, which means he doesn't have anything. Oh, because of that. Great, this guy's suck. That's what I was worried about. Fire. I was under the impression that you had already used your shuttle, but apparently there was enough time for you to recover. Alright, that sucks. Means you wasted most of your fire. You may now shoot when you want to. As long as you shoot. That is, of course, the caveat here. Good. So actually he is going to defend himself. As we continually weaken our starboard side. But that's okay, because we're about to get onto his stern. Phaser 1s. Don't please get involved on this, because I don't need them. And a fairly nice little attack into the back. Enjoy that. Could do a couple of other things. You still have a shuttle bay, which just sucks to no end. And we'll get some distance from you. And you can knock out my aft shield in one shot, because why not? Fix the phasers. It's too much broken on the ship. Why are you not shooting more often? You can do that. That's what you should be doing. Because once we start actually dealing enough damage to the ship, then we won't have to actually fight him. The ships I plucked from my 2S mod, Old Fleet Dock 13 model, had 2 versions of each model. Ah, I see. I might explain some of the duplicates I have in a couple of my old models. I don't want to get all that close to you, but if you're going to force me to, I could probably rip away a shield or 2. And you even fired into one of my active shields before, you know, firing into the open hull of the rest of my ship. Keep the repairs coming. There's a lot of repairs to get through. It does look like we mostly have the upper hand. It's just that this ship is gonna... Ooh, that's not good. On several levels. Well, we're down to our last couple of repair parts, and we really need to go home. I think the fault of this is the fact that I didn't actually fully prepare for this long trip. We just sort of started on it. And now we're kind of out in the middle of enemy territory with no tile to call our own. So the next mission is going to be especially uncomfortable. Okay, I've got a plasma torpedo ready to go, so let's use it. Fire, and away. Enjoy that. A little bit more damage on there. So at this point, we have no more spare parts, so we can't fix the ship anymore. Luckily, we are almost at full power. And none of these systems are getting fixed unless they get fixed in between missions, which I'm not sure how quite the game handles that. Okay, that was probably a bit of a waste of a shot. I don't want to get that close. One version is with light maps for stuff like made to around pirates, the other... Yeah, I get that. So, plasma torpedo, please. There we go. Will that kill you? Oh, just about. And I imagine at this point you don't have anything left. There we go. And gone. So that was a little bit more painful than I otherwise would have anticipated. I really want to avoid going home. I really want to hang out here as long as possible, see if we can't get all of our work done, which is mainly to capture this tile. Oh wow, 800 plus 150, that's pretty impressive. So if we can grab this tile, which only needs 2 more successful missions on it, we don't have to go home. Or there could be a base assault, which, unless we're being escorted by a massive dreadnought fleet, we're not getting by. So let's go check it out. Oh no, we're leaving. First of all, that's a dreadnought. And you are not. Oh, you are most certainly not. I think we've reached the possible point. What do you mean? So, we have a plasma destroyer dreadnought, escorted by a heavy cruiser, and they gave us a heavy war destroyer and a new command cruiser. Or not even that, they gave us a... Are you a carrier? Because you're an NCV, so... Yeah, we're leaving. Yeah, this happens all the time. This is basically how the ISC works. It's one of the reasons why I'm not quite sure how the ISC sort of faction control system works. Because on the one hand, we seem to be able to attack tiles without causing any damage to them, which really kind of bugs me. So I think maybe we actually use pirate rules for several factions. Get back here, Receptor. You're not in good enough shape to actually do anything. Now, please head off the map, because I'm not fighting that. To be fair, this space station's not hard to destroy, but one of the things we want to do is take it intact. Now, we gotta stay out here for as long as possible. I really want to grab this. Because it is a very long trip back home. That's one of my concerns. So, all we need is 2 successful missions where we're not fighting dreadnoughts. Because as long as we're doing that, and as long as we don't run into too many carriers, we should be okay. That, of course, is going to be the trick of not running into carriers and no dreadnoughts. Empire defense is up to 10 again. We can beat it. I know we can. Unless it keeps sending a bloody base assault against me. Alright, maybe we should start picking on an empty territory or somewhere else.
Prepare for battle.
Again? Well, at least they gave us something a little bit more powerful, but then they gave him a CVD and a heavy dreadnought. Ugh. Alright, we'll go home. Maybe we can sell these ships. For all who wants to keep any of them. Oh, 3 ships. Lovely. 4 ships. Game, there's this thing about how you're supposed to be fair to a certain level, and this ain't it. But yeah, the Federation, wielding some fairly interesting firepower there. But those fighters would just destroy us completely and totally. It's kind of terrifying, actually. I'm noticing that most of our ships don't seem to have any significant amount of point defense. Oh, let's make sure the Scepter also comes off alongside. No, Scepter. It is not okay for you to engage that. Come off and leave. This, however, is it's a fairly early airship. It's very beginning of the medium era, I believe. So that means it's not going to be very good at all at trying to fight modern Federation. The only problem with that is the ISC, for the most part, their point defense is going to be I-type plasma torpedoes, and those just have a massive power cost. So trying to run those is not easy. Alright, so you didn't go up for that one. Let's shimmy along the border a bit. See if you can't find something else worth grabbing. Empire defense of 10. What the hell? The AI never gets this many base assaults in a row. I'm very disappointed, game. Another bloody dreadnought. Are you kidding me? And you gave me a galactic survey cruiser and a CVA? Or a CAV? Or a CAR? What were you? CFR. So a fast cruiser. Oh yeah, because these aren't doubles or singles. I thought they were doubles. and a galactic survey cruiser versus a battle cruiser, a heavy cruiser, and a fast cruiser. Okay, so it's 2 fast cruisers, a plasma battle cruiser, and a... Are you both? No, BCG is... BCF is the Bismarck, BCG is the Kirov. Yeah, clearly it is. It's a little bit of a dickish way to do it. I would have liked to have stolen the territory on our way out. But yeah, that's what they're going to do, then we're going to have to leave. That's irritating. Because it is a long trip back home. And not a trip that I want to take. A Scepter, get your butt back here or I swear to God I will sell you and not replace you. Running multiple ships in this game is pain. The AI desperately needs an upgrade and also... Oh, and it's a fairly powerful starbase too. That's not fair either. I can take your smaller size starbase. Not that thing though. That thing would be deadly. Although I imagine I could run it out of... If I could survive its fire, I could run it out of wild weasels, and eventually then we could get by that. Alright, we're going home, game. Oh, screw you, game. Just... Now it's just going to make the trip back super painful, for no apparent reason. Let's go. I was hoping to break into Federation territory by the end of today. I'm not sure that's going to be possible. We've only got so much time. I've got no shuttle bay, so there's no point in charging a wild weasel. I don't have PPDs. I'm missing 2 phaser 1s and 4 phaser 3s. We're a bit dented. So let's hope that we don't run into anything dangerous. Although I think we're at full power, so that we do have that going for us. What I could do is I could beam over supplies from the Scepter. Although I'm not sure if the Scepter has any supplies either. And it's another bloody carrier. We're going to have to buy ourselves a carrier. We're going to have to buy ourselves a carrier to make sure that their carriers aren't going to be any danger to us. So let's go rock and roll this guy. He is technically a heavy cruiser. Which means 16 fighters. Of course. That's exactly what I'm looking to deal with today. 16 more fighters. And we are already at a compromised position. Plasma torpedoes are ready, or maybe not. Huh.
Light casualties being reported.
Wait, what? Well, yes. Alright, plasma torpedo. Plasma torpedo, because I actually don't deal enough damage with those plasma torpedoes to kill fighters, despite the fact that it's 120 damage. Okay, down to 2 fighters. I have fired all of my weapon systems at this point. Please shoot him down. Just invest in a firepower. Thank you. Okay. So you now no longer have any defenses. You have 4 missile launchers. Although you have almost nearly cut through my shields, which is rather painful. Do you want to shoot, please? Apparently you haven't got any weapons at the moment, which I suppose is somewhat fair. But you have a mostly intact ship, and I don't, so you should be able to kill him. I'm gonna gain some distance so that I can re-engage with plasma torpedoes blasting at the ready. Sure, fire all you want with your disruptors. I don't care. I'll care once you start actually poking holes through my shields, but for now, I don't care. Oh good, the plasma torpedoes are ready to go. Should have been preparing this before, but that's okay. What I can potentially do is... Hey! It's a real plasma torpedo, I swear. He did not react. Interesting. Hi, I've got you. And another one. And another one. Good job. Alright, there. Pirates have been dealt with. I'm assuming today's Rotech stream is a little happier? Wait, what? I'm not sure I understand. We stream Star Trek today, not Rotech. Rotechs are on Saturdays. Although, you know, if the poll in the Discord goes the way that it's been going the last time I checked it, we will be playing Urban Warfare. Alright, so we're at 5,000 prestige, which is fairly decent, unless you're a plasma... You can't see it, but I'm miming something to the game. But yeah. So, 5,000 prestige is fairly decent, unless you're a plasma-armed race, in which case that is just not simply enough to do anything with. I mean, road tech is always a lot of fun. So is this game, but right now this game is being an utter jerk. Great, a CVSR, because we didn't have enough carriers to worry about. Well, we got a living cage monster. Oh, living cage medium. So 3 Hellbores. Woo! That's exactly what we wanted. Give me a forward shield. Just all the reinforcements you can possibly muster. Not normalize it, maximize it. And come over here, give us some defense going on here, and we'll maximize the speed of time. More carriers to kill. The only trouble is if we get our own fighter carriers to shoot down enemy fighters, it becomes super hard to maintain a fighter squadron. It's one of the reasons why pure carriers in this game do not really work on a campaign level, because it's very difficult to keep them alive. And so you need a way of easily replacing them, and it just kind of doesn't exist. So, I mean, they're insanely powerful, but you'll lose them over the course of an invasion, and then you're stuck without nothing. Were you flying something at the game? No, not me. Alright, so let's slow down the speed of time real quick. This, and this. Phasers have already been used, and they're both... Well, actually, no, they're not both down to 1. Would you please shoot at something? I mean, they're right bloody there. Just go for it. No? No, that's not interesting you? Okay. I see how it is. They're all going home. If they make it home, they're all coming back. Hey, you got the one. Lovely. I don't really have any way of stopping you, but I can push you away. Unfortunately, I can't hit you anymore because... Did I not prepare this tractor beam? I thought I had. Huh, interesting. A little bit of love. Wait, what? Who has the fusion cannon? Oh, you do, okay. I was very confused for a moment. But apparently he's packing fusion cannons. Hey, Planet, do you have things I can steal from you? Because that may be the way that we do this. Okay, speed of time, just go full, because one more pass, we've got him. I mean, he's mostly dead at this point. So we're just gonna all weapon select, and we're just gonna do this very aggressively. It really looks like you're beaming people on board, which you shouldn't be able to since you're a living cage. You don't have Marines. No monsters do. Okay, yellow alert.
Cautious alert.
Cautious alert, apparently. But no, the goal will be to see if we can't steal all their stuff. They don't have shields, and while they are technically allied, that just means I'm allowed to take their things, right? That's how being friends works, right? So we're going to walk up right to them and basically rob them blind. And maybe I'll be able to fix a couple of pieces. Get my phasers at the very least up to full power. Although maybe I should improve the PPDs. Because after all, PPDs are very nice weapons to have. If you can have them. I should probably separate you from the squadron. Alright, I'll stop. What do you mean my transporters aren't ready? I have several of them, don't I? Do I not have several transporters? Fix the phaser ones, because they're the most important weapon system right now. And beam in another part. Transporters are... So, apparently I'm down to a single transporter? I am. That just kind of represents how badly dented we are. For parts, I want you to fix this and then this, because I'll get a huge bang for my buck out of that one. Oh, you have several parts that we can rob. This will allow us to fix, honestly, the transporters I'm kind of leaning towards, but no, it's got to be the shuttle bay, because the shuttle bay will keep us alive when all else, fails. How many spare parts do you have, and can I just keep robbing you? Because one more spare part, I'll be able to fix the PPDs. One more after that, I'll be able to fix the transporters. Alright, fix the PPDs. So one more part and we get to fix the transporter. Lovely. We need one more part to fix the ship. Transporters are not ready. Still not ready. And that'll fix that. Lovely. Well, yeah, it's a planet, but it doesn't mean that they're infinitely stocked with supplies, and if it does mean that I'm probably just going to sit here for a little bit and steal all of their stuff. Because we could use more spare parts. But no, I think we've run them dry. Yeah, we've run them dry of stuff. So we're just going to make sure that everything gets fixed here. And then once that's done, our ship will be back in fighting trim. Fuel stock, you really don't have to go. Well, we're also out of armor, so there's that. No, it looks like it's full. The shield drops, but nothing else slides into our repair slots. So we'll finish fixing the ship entirely. So that's the PPD, the transporters, and the tractor beam. So we'll be back into mostly fighting trim. We don't have any spare parts, so that's not really an acceptable position to sort of be in. So we still have to go home, even though I would very much like to continue back to Federation space and beat the crap out of that one station. Unfortunately, I can't fight dreadnoughts while doing it. That makes things just a little bit more difficult. Well, this will help our repair build when we actually do get home. So we've got that going for us. So get all the transporters fixed on here. Give me stuff. Just all of it. You're supposed to be a planet, right? Transporters are fully patched. And now just fix me my tractor beam and I'll be a happy camper. Oh, are you good? How did I possibly miss this? How did I miss the Type 3 phaser? I'm fixing a tractor beam and I have a Type 3 phaser out. Well, I feel stupid. Alright, send over the ambassador. Maybe he can negotiate for more stuff. Nope. Mr. Ambassador is apparently terrible at his job. Alright, so we're mostly intact. We're still missing a phaser, because apparently I'm blind. But that will allow us to get home a little bit safer, now that we actually have all of our weapon systems, well, most of our weapon systems available. 280 prestige. Tile neutralizes right there. Could just go back here and try it. No, we're pretty badly dented. Are you just gonna do this to me in every bloody tile or something? Cause game, that's kind of uncool. It's one of those things that you kind of don't do because it's a bit of a dick move. And then you're gonna throw a dreadnought at me. And a heavy cruiser, while giving us the regulation. You know what we're gonna do? This is a great plan. I highly recommend it to people. We're gonna not do that. Actually, how badly... You're a DNF, right? No, you're not dangerous. Well, you are, but... You're also kind of dangerous. You're, what, 2 S's, 2 F's, I want to say? And you're 2 F's, 2 S's, and an R. Well, the game doesn't like the ISC, clearly. That's what I'm going to blame it on. I have to record tomorrow's episode 2 after this. Ugh. It's going to be such a rough mood. We can take this DNF without too much trouble. At the end of the day, a DNF is not all that dangerous. He is kind of ignorable. He's not, but he's handleable. He's only got a few phasers. He's got an okay amount of plasma torpedoes. This jerk, on the other hand, I believe is 2 S's, 2 F's. Which will be a pretty significant amount of firepower to have to deal with. And what's worse is they're going to stagger their firepower. The game doesn't like him because he didn't do it in the campaign. Clearly that is what's gone wrong. Should have played Delirians. Yeah, 2 S's, 2 F's, 2, 4, 6. Really, they're practically the same amount of firepower here. I don't know who says that. I don't agree with those people. I think everyone likes me much more when I'm happy and polite about things. Alright, so what we could do is we could do a somewhat amusing tactic of just engaging for maximum range. But we're not going to. Ow. You predict death for who? That's the real question. Follow me quickly. Come on, get up to speed. Stop lagging behind, you laggard. Come in this direction, come in this direction. We have to avoid the plasma torpedo because this idiot won't figure out how to do things properly, and he'll attempt to protect himself by dropping a wild weasel rather than realizing that speed is life in this situation. What we need is the regulation to come around. No, don't turn in them. Come this direction. That's right. This way. Come on. Come on. Follow the sound of my voice. Oh good, they're engaging the regulation. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. For the regulation. Yeah, that was a good bet then. I'd get in on that action. Because the regulation gonna die. Alright, transporters, get ready to rumble. So the plan is going to be a quick switcheroo. We're going to drop off the ambassador and steal some supplies at the same time. Because now we have multiple transporters, so that works. Alright, so the trick will be to align ourselves properly with the planet so that we don't hit it. I know, that's not super easy. Alright, get ready for the high-speed pass and slow down the speed of time. Oh, look at this matrix dodge. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 3, 4. What do you mean transporter's not ready? Oh, did it not refresh properly? Because I see a transporter is most certainly ready. We're getting awfully close to the planet. I'm gonna start a turn here to make sure that we don't actually touch it. Great, you've decided to turn the wrong direction. Did I at least get 4 parts? I did, okay, so I should have been watching that screen because apparently the other one lies to you. Stay within a distance, stay within a distance. Come on. Get off my ship, I don't want you here anymore. Unfortunately, we have to wait until after this is done. Wait for the transporters to reset. Okay. And slow the speed of time again. We're gonna make off with it as much as we can. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye. Hey, there you are. Where is the nearest edge of the map? What do you know? It's right here. It's almost like I planned this perfectly because I've done this before. Fighters, just suck your prestige away for more of the help. Yeah, well, if you can keep them alive, they're stupidly powerful. They're also stupidly expensive, but they're stupidly powerful. The problem with fighters is they're too difficult to resupply, while at the same time being too expensive if the mechanic where they came back from death didn't exist. So it's really just kind of the worst of all worlds. If I could resupply them while being out in the field, as it were, then a cheaper price would be reasonable. Because, you know, they'd be easy to kill, but easy to get back, and you would have to pay for them, but it wouldn't break the bank. But because they respawn from nothing, as long as you get them back on the ship before the end of the mission, they kind of need to be super expensive. Oh, we got 2 tiles without getting caught. Ooh, we made it all the way home. Okay, shipyard. Hi, we're back home. We'd like some stuff, please. Stuff and things. CCZ, which I believe is the next version of our ship. It is. So the CCZ has, of course, 6 plasma eyes, 2 plasma eyes. It's our ship, but with plasma eye torpedoes. Is there anything better than that? Oh, the fleet carriers are around, and the fleet tugs. Although the fleet tugs actually have D-type plasma torpedoes, that would be worth taking then. So the CCZ is basically the only ship I can get that would matter at all. Yeah. Oh, for goodness sake. There, we've upgraded. We've upgraded to the next generation heavy cruiser. This isn't a significant increase in much firepower, but it will allow us to be a little bit more aggressive against fighters. At least from the flanks, because that's all the first generation eye torpedoes actually cover from. So, hey, that's a little bit of a nice pickup. We should be able to fully refit the entire ship, both ships actually, which that will allow us to continue our engagement. So we haven't really gained anything special, but it was, you know, nice to pick up some more eye-type plasma torpedoes. I believe that should also give me more power, or maybe not. Maybe they just retrofitted that onto the existing structure. Alright, are we kitted? We're kitted. Let's go. Back into space. So much traveling to get done. We want to get back to Federation territory. I wish to invade the Federation. Hi. Of course. A base assault. All of that time spent, all of that travel and that movement, and it still throws a third base assault in a row against us, against the base that we cannot beat. I saw that. I saw that starbase. We're not going to be able to beat it. We've also got a Dreadnought here. It is a DNF, so it's plasma equipped, and a BCE, so an Excelsior. Seriously, in the wild. Ha! We actually have an Excelsior in the wild. That is hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen one of these just naturally spawn. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we have supporting ships, but none of them are Dreadnoughts. Okay, he's a Dreadnought. I have to take that back. We've brought a Federation's Dreadnought, the USS Stevens. Even still, I don't think we can take it. I mean, we're going to give it a shot, but... Sevar. If your fighters survive, yeah, maybe. Oh, I take it back. We've got a chance. Oh, and we have an Excelsior, too. What? We have 2 Excelsiors on this map right now. One friend, one foe. I can't even read what your designation is, though, which is a little bit oh, no, the Pollux. So, yeah, not 1, but 2 Excelsiors in the wild. Who'da thunk? Let's go set ourselves up. You on 2. You on 3. And phasers are set properly? No, they're not. They're only the phaser 3s. So let's get all of the phasers on board 1 and prep these for aft firing plasma torpedo force. Lovely. We do not have any additional power despite the fact now having the additional cost of the I-type plasma torpedoes. So that's a lovely combination. It's got to be a lovely slaughter. I'll give you that much. So let's enveloping plasma torpedo these. We're going to need that. And give me a little bit of point defense, because we're also going to need that. Oh, I should have checked the shield values. Although I'm willing to bet there's no major increase. I think that the only upgrade that we get is the flanking plasma torpedoes. So we have a better Dreadnought than them. Guys, your fighter carriers, please, for the love of God, don't get anywhere near there. Just avoid it. You can be smarter than that. Use that great speed and maneuverability for life, not death. You have such an amazing amount of firepower at your disposal. No, they're gonna just waste it. They've got 4 Gatling phasers. Alright, the Permit apparently is our target. We'll ignore the Excelsior, although the Excelsior is actually... No, it's not. The Jersey is better than the Excelsior. I was about to say it's a fairly solid heavy cruiser, but it does have a power advantage over other heavy cruisers, over the other battle cruisers. But the fact that it's got 2 photon torpedoes that aim backwards is just criminal. Alright, let's get ready to snag this guy. I could order him not to do anything, but I'm not going to. Or my buddy to only fire my command. But I want to make sure that this kind of comes off properly and that he doesn't become crippled for the rest of the fight because of it. And... Ow. So basically, my entire plan was foiled. And we took a pretty significant amount of damage. But I no longer need the tractor beam. So we'll go with that. 3, 2, 1, give me my spin. Yeah, that's a lot of guided firepower about to come his way. And I'm really hoping those missiles don't end up getting blown up by the mine. Nope, they all made it through. So he was the center of a very small star. So we're actually operating with a lot of heavy Federation vessels. A Dreadnought, a battle cruiser, and 2 carriers. Fairly significant carriers. The only problem is we're fighting a battle station. That's going to make things painful. That's going to make things very painful. Now, to be fair, this is not the most dangerous Federation starbase. That's the actual starbase that's being depicted here. Well, yeah, because it was 6 ships on 2. So, of course, it was going to be over soon. It's this that I'm worried about killing. Oh, maybe not. Oh, okay. I was panicking for no reason. You are way less powerful than I thought you were. I thought this was going to be one of the major star bases, but it is clearly not. It's only got 6 phaser force. That's going to beat the crap out of whoever gets shot at by it, but you know what? That's totally handleable. Especially with the fighters. He's only got a single AMD. Where's all our fighters? Oh, they're dead, aren't they? They probably all died when the Dreadnought exploded. Either that or they went back home. Well, ain't that just a beautiful little battle group? Not that one. That one! And give me... Sure, that'll work. There's a battle group. Got 2 heavy cruisers... Well, 2 heavy cruisers, a battle cruiser, a carrier, and a dreadnought. And if this one, the Antares, gets on screen as well, it'll just be even cooler. Nice. Always nice to work with the Federation when they're actually bringing a full-on fleet. The dealing with you, on the other hand, we're probably going to be in a little bit of trouble. Because you have a lot more firepower than I want to have to deal with. So we're just going to increase the speed of time as we accelerate towards him. And then we'll start to systematically decelerate, so we hopefully can survive. Okay, start slowing down. Should probably just set them full def- Oh, wow. Whoa! Hang on a second. Prepare all phasers. Kill. Death. Thank you. PPDs. Engage. 1 miss. How does he only take 1 damage? That's my question. There they go. They've handled it for us. Lovely. Just in time for them to turn all of their photon torpedoes on a single target and breach his shields in one beautiful salvo. That was poetry right there. Poetry in motion. So yeah, they're probably going to beat the crap out of the station before we can really do anything. Once we hit a distance of about 15, we can start using our plasma torpedoes. Phaser capacitor has concluded its charging. There go the fighter squadrons. Yep, we actually brought a fully sufficient force in order to actually take this one down. Oh, what a great way to end an episode. Working with the Federation fleet to invade the Federation. Alright, so we dealt with that mine. No trouble there. And now they will just continually, like, circle the entire starbase, blasting over and over. So they only have a couple of more shields left, which should be breached shortly. Oh wow, that's quite a few misses. Oh wow, attack shift of 3 because of him. But luckily, that just means he's not going to be prepared for these. So that'll strip away a fairly decent-sized chunk of his shielding. Or, you know, that could happen. Alrighty, so that is the starbase destroyed, which is unfortunate because we wanted it. But at least that does push their influence back a bit, and we have destroyed one of their dreadnoughts. So, not terrible. 250 prestige is our reward. The tile is not neutralized. It's an Empire defense of 1, but it certainly has been dented. So we have begun our invasion of the Federation, not successfully, but we've started it. So a little bit more pressure, and eventually we shall steal it. But that's going to do it for today's stream. So glad you all could join me for it. It was a lot of fun to have you along for the ride as the ISC has snaked their way over towards Federation space to begin our full invasion of the location. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, if you like what you're seeing, maybe hit that like button, maybe subscribe, check out the rest of the channel. Maybe you'll find more content that you enjoy. Right now we're doing a Starfleet Command series for the Gorn. Currently have our Gorn, currently twin dreadnoughts invading the Klingons. We had to go all the way around the Federation because you can't resupply off of Federation starbases for some reason, and are currently invading the Klingon territories right here. We've taken most of this northern corner actually, but yeah, check it out. You may enjoy it. The other game that we play on the channel is Rogue Tech, which is a mod for Battletech, a big stompy robot game, which if you know MechWarrior, MechWarrior Online, MechWarrior Living Legends, Battletech, Mech Assault, or any of those sorts of games, then you may know the universe. It's a lot of fun. Highly suggest you check it out as well. We stream that every Saturday at 5 o'clock. But anyway, and I will see you all in the next episode